Alrighty, I just want to get on here to do a quick little all signs reading or whatever. Welcome to 𝕰😉𖊉𝖗𝖃 Tarot. I posted a video last time, telling where I'm at in life and things of that nature. But I don't want to dwell on that for too long. So we gonna keep up the content so that we can keep this shit going. Cause where you at in life will not be the end goal. It will not be the ending. If you feel like you want changes in life, if you feel like you don't really like where you are in life, you don't have to stay there. This is your show. You are the co-creator. Everybody has the ability to co-create their own life. You are the head of your life. What you will goes. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want in life, let your will be done. You got to decide that for yourself. You got to decide that for yourself. It's like right off bat, we got truth, we got transformation, and we got patience and planning. Right off bat, I feel like there needs to be a lot of introspection, a lot of facing truths, facing the part that you played in life, facing where you're at right now, internally and externally, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, facing all that and being honest with yourself about where you are so that you can integrate those lessons that need to be learned. Moving through this life with illusion is only going to get you but so far. Going through this life with this notion of you don't want to pay attention to the real, you gonna feel it. You gonna feel it. Eventually, you gonna have to face yourself, and that's all that this card is talking about. Facing yourself. You gonna have to face the truth of yourself. So if you lying to yourself about where you are in life, if you lying to yourself about what you desire, if you lying to yourself about who you are, all of that is gonna come to the surface. And the thing about lying to yourself, you have to keep that lie going. So every time that you perpetuate these lies or whatever, it's going to get harder and harder to stay with, believing those things. It's going to get harder and harder to maneuver throughout this life standing on the foundations of lies, especially when it comes to being yourself. Like, lying to yourself about who you are, lying to yourself about certain situations, lying to yourself about certain experiences and outcomes, whether it be with people, whether it be with self, whether it be with just what's going on internally and mentally. You're going to have to continue to face those lies. Like I said, you got to keep telling yourself that lie. With the thing about a lie is you have to keep telling it to keep it going. So each time that these times come up, you're going to have to face the fact that, okay, am I going to tell the truth to myself today? Or am I going to continue this cycle of lying to myself and continue this cycle of illusion? The longer you keep the illusion up, the more you're going to crumble. The more you're going to have to transform. The more work you're going to have to do to change certain things in your life. So you might as well get to telling yourself the truth now. There's transformation coming. It could be already happening for you, within you. You could be in this cocoon-like state where everything feels stagnant, everything feels like it's not going anywhere, or in the beginning state where you kind of skeptical about stepping into new things, about welcoming new things, and divine, the infernal demons, God, creator, spirit, whatever you pray to, whoever you answer to as far as a higher power, they don't give a fuck about that. They don't care about you being ready anymore. You had your chance on willingness into existence. You had your chance on taking the steps that you need to take in order to make these changes. Now everything is happening whether you want it to or not. You got endings happening. This is the death card in tarot. You got endings happening, whether you want them to happen or not. This is divinely orchestrated. There's nothing that you can do about these things. And, you know, we do have free will, but your choices the choice that you have right now is, am I going to continue this bullshit? Am I going to continue this cycle? Or will I finally, when it ends, will I finally let it be, let it end, and let things start anew? Step into the unknown. Because a lot of us, a lot of things end in our life, but we then go and reincarnate those things. We then go and, you know, resurrect those things, reinvent those things, and we're back in the same cycles. When divine is like, okay, I pulled you out of this. Do you got a clean slate? You got a new path to walk. What you gonna do? And we choose to walk those same paths. We choose to learn those same lessons. We choose to get back into those same cycles. And eventually you're going to wake up one day and, you know, time doesn't exist, but we're human. Our bodies are on a time clock, whether we like it or not. One day you're going to wake up and you're going to be 30, 40, 50 years old and realize that you done gone through the same shit year after year, learning the same lessons year after year, making the same choices year after year, doing the same thing year after year. Now, if you want to do that, if that's what you like, if that's what you want out of life, cool. But I'm talking to the ones who want more out of life, who want, you know, who have big dreams and have big goals and things. Like, this is where it counts. This is where you can go into these new cycles, or once these endings come, you can go into these new cycles and, you know, get the ball rolling for yourself. Choosing the same things every day, choosing to do the same shit every day, choosing to think the same things every day, choosing to take the same type of actions every day. If it's not getting you nowhere, it's going to continue not getting you nowhere. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. A lot of us are insane because we choose these same cycles, we choose these same perpetuating just it's really, in my honest opinion, it's really death of self over and over again. Really death of self. Now that death of self can be one where it's just a death before the death, like you die and completely give up on life before you even get put in the ground. Or it can be death of self where you have these death and rebirths where a version of you dies and then another version of you is born, or you're reborn again to become more and more and more, and you evolve each time that you die and are reborn, metaphorically and spiritually. The choice is yours. I got patience and planning for this last card. There's a lot of patience that's going to have to come with these changes. That's going to have to come with this introspection of self and facing the truth of who you are, facing the truth of what you desire, facing the truth of you know, just your life in general. It's going to take a lot of patience. The planning is going to come in with, okay, once these things end, once I face these truths and I integrate these lessons and I understand where I'm at now, plan my next steps. Once these cycles end, plan my next steps into the next cycle, into the unknown. You're not going to know the future. You can have an idea of where you want the future, what you want the future to be, and align yourself to a certain future that you desire to happen. But none of us know the future unless you are a psychic or oracle or a seer, and most of us are not. None of us know the true future unless you're a prophet or something like that. Again, most of us are not, and damn sure ain't gonna be no man that's gonna be a prophet or a seer or anything like that. But once you know what I'm saying, once you know what you desire for your future, align yourself to things. Make certain choices. Write it out. Say it to yourself in your mind. Do rituals and spell work if you are a witch or a sorcerer or a spiritualist in that aspect, root worker, whether it be hoodoo, voodoo, whether it be witchcraft, whether it be just working with demons, whether it be whatever you do, in your life and your practices, do these things. I feel like most of the planning is already done for you. You just have to align yourself with the desires. So that may look like if you have certain goals, align yourself, put yourself in position to achieve those goals, and put yourself in a position to be on the trajectory of that path to that goal. So for a small example, if you want to, I don't know, lose weight, get in shape, work out, you know what you got to do. There's not a lot of planning that needs to happen when that's a goal. You know you got to eat right. You know you got to move your ass and work out. You know you got to make different choices and habits and things. You know you got to let go of some vices. Like, apply that to all of your goals. Align yourself with what you desire to see for your life and for yourself. That's where the planning needs to come. You don't need to sit down and make a full intricate plan. That's already been done. You've done this already. You've done this planning shit already. It's time to have patience with the plans that you already put in place and align yourself with the things that you desire to have in this life. That's the message that I got for you. Again, this is all signs. Apply it to your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, or wherever it resonates. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Do not. Do I have any additional messages? Yes. Deception and envy and universe. Do not deceive yourself. Now, the universe is the world card in regular tarot, and this is completion. This right here, deception and envy, 7 of swords. I feel like this is saying do not deceive yourself out of the completions that are about to occur. Like I said, you got endings occurring. So with endings come new beginnings. With this completion card, I feel like once you allow these cycles to complete, do not deceive yourself. Like I was just saying, do not deceive yourself into thinking like, okay, let me go back and resurrect these things. I don't want this to end. I don't want to step out my comfort zone. So let me go back to the chaos that I do know. Because a lot of y'all don't like where y'all are right now. A lot of y'all are in full chaos, but y'all would rather be in that chaos that you do know and that you can maneuver than to face the unknown, the dark, deep unknown that's a vast void in the abyss of, you don't know what's coming. You don't know what to expect because you can't see that far. So a lot of y'all would like to run back to these cycles. Don't deceive yourself into doing that. Do not deceive yourself into doing that. You got financial and material changes coming in. You got changes to love coming in. Like it's I can't make this up. Stand your ground. I feel like this harmony card right here, this card right here is just simply saying have love for yourself, pour into yourself, focus on yourself. And then you got the Lover's card right here, spiritual union. You might have a relationship coming in. But none of these things are going to happen until you decide for yourself to face the truth of yourself, to lean into transformation and lean into endings of these cycles and the death and rebirth of old selves and outdated things in your life and within you, and to lean into this patience with all of this that is happening and lean into the plans that you have already made. But that's all I have for you. You can DM me for a personal reading on hornedembers.tarot. You can DM me for a personal reading on horn.embers on Instagram, or you can DM me for a reading on my Twitter at hornedembers. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in.